Imagine harvesting fresh, homegrown potatoes right from your balcony or backyard, without the need for a large garden space. Sounds magical, doesn't it? Growing potatoes in containers is not only a brilliant space-saving solution, but also a rewarding activity that can be done by anyone, anywhere. It's like having a little piece of the countryside right in your urban setting. And the best part, you get to control the growing conditions and protect your precious potatoes from pests. This method isn't just about growing food, it's about the thrill of nurturing a seed into a plant and then harvesting the fruits, or in this case, tubers of your labor. You'll be amazed at how a humble container can transform into a thriving potato farm, yielding delicious and nutritious potatoes. So are you ready to transform your containers into your very own potato farm? Let's get started. The first step to growing potatoes in containers is to choose the right seed potatoes. So what makes a seed potato a good choice? First, you want to look for potatoes that are disease-free. This ensures your plants get off to a healthy start. Additionally, your seed potatoes should have sprouting eyes. These tiny sprouts are your potato's ticket to growth. But hold on, not all potatoes are created equal. There are many varieties to choose from, each with its unique characteristics. Some potatoes are better suited for container gardening than others. For instance, early varieties like Swift or Rocket work well as they mature in less time. Meanwhile, the Charlotte variety is a great choice if you're after a delicious salad potato. Remember, the beauty of growing your own potatoes is that you can experiment with different varieties to see what you like best. It's all part of the fun. Now that you have your seed potatoes, it's time to prepare them for planting. The next step is to plant your seed potatoes correctly to ensure maximum yield. So let's get down to it, shall we? First things first, prepare your container. Fill it halfway with a high-quality potting mix. Don't skimp on this, because a good potting mix is crucial for healthy, productive plants. It provides the right balance of drainage, aeration, and nutrients, all vital for your potatoes' growth. Now, it's time to position your seed potatoes. Nestle them into the potting mix, eyes facing upwards. Yes, you heard it right, eyes upwards. These eyes are the sprouting points from where your potato plants will grow. Make sure they're about 6 inches apart to give them room to grow. Once your seed potatoes are all snug in their container, cover them with more potting mix until just the tops are peeking out. It's like tucking them in for a long, productive sleep. Next, find a spot with full sun for your container. Potatoes love sunlight, and they need at least 6 hours of it a day to grow well. If you're growing indoors, a south-facing window is perfect. If you're outside, just make sure your potatoes aren't in the shadow of other plants or buildings. Now let's talk about watering and fertilizing. These two tasks are like the bread and butter of potato care. You'll want to water your potatoes regularly, keeping the potting mix moist but not soggy. Overwatering can lead to rot, and nobody wants rotten potatoes. As for fertilizing, a slow-release vegetable fertilizer is your best bet. Sprinkle it on the surface of the potting mix according to the package instructions, then water it in. This will provide a steady supply of nutrients to your potatoes throughout their growing season. So, there you have it. You've just planted your seed potatoes for maximum yield. Remember, it's all about the right preparation, positioning, sunlight, watering, and fertilizing. With your potatoes planted and cared for, all you need to do now is wait for them to grow. If you are finding this video informative and helpful, don't forget to show your support by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and hitting the notification bell. Your participation is invaluable and greatly appreciated, as it helps support the channel and allows us to continue creating content that empowers you on your health journey. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for products that promote a healthy life. Let's continue with the video. The most rewarding part of growing potatoes in containers is undoubtedly the harvesting. It's like a treasure hunt in your very own garden. But how do you know when your potatoes are ready to harvest for the best flavor? Well, it's all about timing. Your potatoes are ready to harvest when the plants start to yellow and die back. This usually happens 90 to 120 days after planting. Don't rush to harvest, though. Letting the plant die back naturally allows the skin to set, which makes for tastier and longer-lasting potatoes. Once harvested, it's time to store your potatoes. But before you do, it's important to let them cure. To do this, spread out your potatoes in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated place for about 2 weeks. This curing process allows the skins to harden and minor injuries to heal, prolonging the storage life of your potatoes. Now let's talk about storage. The ideal storage place for your potatoes is a cool, dark, and humid environment. It's also essential to store them in a well-ventilated container, like a paper bag or cardboard box. And remember, never store potatoes in the refrigerator. The cold temperature can turn the starch into sugar, altering the taste. Lastly, a word of caution. Be wary of green-skinned potatoes. They contain a toxic compound called solanine, which can cause nausea, headaches, and other health issues. If you see a green potato, it's best to discard it. Congratulations! You've just learned how to grow your very own potatoes in containers. Remember, gardening is a journey of learning and growth. So, keep experimenting and happy gardening. That's a wrap on the beginner's guide to growing potatoes in containers. We've covered the magic of container gardening, how to select the right seed potatoes, plant for maximum yield, and harvest your very own homegrown spuds. Remember, gardening is not just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. So go ahead and give it a try. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and check out the links in the description for more gardening tips and tricks. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to see your bountiful potato harvest.